All right, so I'll start again. Um, all right, so we've started the AI revolution, and the AI revolution is really about helping people, helping you to better understand the role of AI and how it shapes or how it fits into the context of life, the context of where you are, the context of who you are, what you're doing, how you're going to make life and how you're going to make things work. And I really want for those of you who are thinking about making progress in this space and how you can utilize AI, I really want you to kind of turn your antennae up during this session because I want you next week to use this opportunity to super turbocharge your growth, your acceleration, and we can really delve deeply into this. So, what I want to find out before we get stuck in is how many of you already use AI in your work? How many of you already use AI in your work? Can you just type in the chat me? Type the word me in the chat if you already use AI in your work. Me, me. Okay, good, 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 good. So we are in good company then. We are in good company, and that's really great. And I want to kind of make sure that you utilize this session to help yourself delve into a deeper level of understanding of the importance of AI and how this is going to work. So when we talk then about the AI revolution, this refers to the rapid advancement, widespread adoption of artificial intelligence across industries, transforming how businesses operate, how people work, and even how societies function. And the reason I want you to be super, super clear about this is because people are losing their jobs. Jobs are being lost to AI. In my own business, when one of my team members left, in fact, no, two of my team members left. And let me just put some financials around that for you. So, two of those team members were costing me, they're both part-time. They're probably around £1,300 per month. So £1,300 per month that I was paying these two team members to do an element of work. When they left, I replaced them with an AI system that cost me £300 per month. Do you understand? I saved myself just from not employing more people, but employing a robot to help me. So the reason why this is important is because your job is changing. Your world is changing. The way how your children learn at school is changing. AI driven technologies such as machine learning, natural language processing, and automation are changing the way how you make decisions. It's changing the way how we develop efficiency and innovation. Everywhere that I go, every conversation that I have, there is an element of artificial intelligence in there. And what I want for you is to decide and to decide with intelligence how you're going to get involved in the AI difference making. How are you going to use artificial intelligence in your business? How are you going to determine what are the right things for you to do or not to do? So let me just put silent. All right. So in today's session, I'm going to share with you 7 reasons why the AI revolution is important. I'm going to share with you 7 reasons why the AI revolution is important. And if you like, you can grab this, you can grab, let me grab a notepad and pen if you haven't done so already, and just take some notes. But the first thing I want you to remember, the AI revolution is important because it increases efficiency and productivity. All right. It increases, number one, it increases efficiency and productivity. I shared with you earlier on about how I had two members of my team had left and I replaced them. I mean, it made business sense. It made logical sense. It made commercial sense me to replace these two members of my team with a machine because the machine was allowing me to then redirect my profits, redirect my money, my time, my efforts. the system that I used to replace those members of my team even allowed me to see where my staff were. I used the platform, and what it meant was my staff could tap in and tap out. That meant I could see where they are. So one day I was in the north of the country. I think I was in Leeds actually. I was doing some work up there for Lloyd's banking group. I'm the chair of the Black Business Advisory Committee, and I was hosting a couple of workshops. And I thought, oh, I wonder where my team are. Let me just log in and have a look. And I just sat there in awe, looking at this program, because what it allowed me to do was to understand better that allow when I wanted to increase my efficiency and productivity, it literally took me less than 5 minutes to log in, quickly check where I was, or check where my team are rather, and then go back to the task at hand. So the reason why this is important is because AI automates repetitive tasks. You know that, right? It allows businesses and individuals to save time and focus on high value activities. So the question I want you to ask yourself is, what high value activities do you need to focus on, and what repetitive tasks can you give to the machine or the AI to do? So, for example, you've probably seen AI powered chatbots. You've probably seen customer services being handled, or customer service inquiries being handled 24/7. You've probably seen I don't know how many of you have heard of or used Calendly. Calendly is a scheduling, automating system that allows you to make appointments. So I've sent my Calendly link. I was at a meeting a couple of Fridays ago, and people kept, Claudine, we need to meet with you. I don't have time, and I don't want to give my VA the time to sit down and schedule 20 minutes, 20 meetings. You'll be going to and fro forever. I just updated my calendar, sent the link, went to bed. By the time I wake up, I've got meetings in Germany, I've got meetings in France, I've got meetings in Jamaica, I've got meetings in where I was at Trinidad and Tobago, I've got meetings in Atlanta, I've got meetings in the UK, all because I've scheduled this. And they can schedule the meetings whenever they want to. They can also cancel them because the whole process is automated. Imagine if I had to schedule 20 meetings. Oh, sorry, haven't got that date in my diary. Oh, sorry, can't do that date. Oh, sorry, not available on. I'll be so tired. The AI increases my efficiency and productivity. So the thing I want you to think about is, how can you use AI to increase your efficiency and productivity? The second thing that why the AI revolution is important is because it transforms industries and creates new opportunities. It transforms industries and creates new opportunities. Let me say that again. It transforms industries. AI is disrupting industries like healthcare, finance, retail, and manufacturing. Let me show you how. In the healthcare industry, AI is diagnosing diseases. It's developing personalized treatments, and it's streamlining patient care. Many of you will know that in 2019, I was diagnosed with a life-altering cancer diagnosis, and I sat in the room and saw how machines were telling my doctors, telling my medical team how to support me, what my patient care plan needed to look like. I don't know if you've seen how there's a new piece of software that allows doctors who are in the US to be doing keyhole surgery in the UK. Like, whoa, what on earth is this? This is how technology is advancing. I remember there was a time I was speaking to a couple of colleagues, and I was working with a group who were going to sell their healthcare business. And the buyer of the healthcare business wanted to buy the healthcare business because he was testing a new piece of AI, and the AI that he was testing was audio. So what he wanted was a client group that he could test his product on, and the audio test would be put in the homes of vulnerable adults, that if they needed help in their home, they just would speak to the machine. A little bit like Alexa. Alexa, help. Alexa, can you do this? Alexa, can you do that? And it would notify the main call center, and they would be able to support them in that progress. But think about how AI is going to impact your life in the healthcare space. You've got transformation in finance. All of the algorithms are detecting fraud, they're automating trade, they're improving risk management. You've got AI in retail, personalized shopping experiences. How many of you have a club card? That Tesco club. Listen, if I don't have a club card, I'm not going shopping because the AI driven inventory management enhances customer satisfaction. It allows you to determine if you buy, it clocks your purchases. For example, I buy apples, I buy watermelon, and then all of a sudden I get vouchers. Claudine, if you buy £2 worth of apples or £3 worth of watermelons, we'll give you a discount. Listen, we love a discount. But that AI is allowing you to do that. AI supporting manufacturing and robotics. So I'm not in that space yet, but you will recall I shared with some of you that I went to the Space Expo a couple of weeks ago, and I'm learning about that industry because I see how important it is. Number three, AI enhances decision making. It can process vast amounts of data in real time. That's why data-driven decisions are important. Businesses are using AI for data-driven decision making, and that's what predictive analytics is about. That's what identifying emerging trends is about. Some of you said that you want to you're looking for leads. You want predictive leads. You just don't want any type of leads. You want warm leads, right? You want leads that will convert. AI allows you to do that. It enhances your decision making. How many of you have got predictive text on your phone, and sometimes you've typed somebody's name or you've typed another word instead of somebody's name? That's what AI is doing for you. Number four, AI improves personalization and user experience. How many of you have got a Netflix account? How many of you have got an Amazon account? How many of you have got a Spotify account? Now think about those three accounts. How many of those accounts, Netflix, Amazon, and Spotify, have made recommendations to you? This week, Claudine, I think you should buy this book. Did I tell you that I wanted to buy a book? This week, Claudine, I think that these are your best films, that we've tracked your history of the movies or the box sets that you've been watching, and we think this is a recommendation for you. It's delivering a highly personalized content and product suggestions based on your behavior. So for those of you who are scrolling aimlessly, mindlessly, not thinking about being intentional, remember that here comes that word again, intentional. AI is tracking your history. It's tracking your user experience and making recommendations. And now this book pops up from Amazon. Oh, let me buy this book again. Or let me buy the recommendation. So AI is tracking everything that you're doing. Number five, it drives economic innovation. It drives economic growth and innovation. And the reason why this is important, I shared with you a couple of weeks ago, I've been attending a couple of conferences. AI is fueling business models for startups, for job creations in the tech space. Companies are adopting early companies are adopting AI to gain competitive edge by improving efficiencies, reducing costs, and offering innovative products. I told you that's what I did with my own business. In my office, I had a team of 10. I was able to dwindle that down just by replacing it with AI and systems that help me keep income in my business. Think about what that looks like for you. Number six, AI increases accessibility and inclusion. There are AI driven tools, and next week I'm going to share with you. I created 21 of them. I'm not going to share all 21. I'll probably share the top, I don't know, 5 or 6, however much time will allow for. But there are tools like voice recognition, language translation, assistive technologies that will help people with disabilities break down language barriers, and that therefore makes information and services more accessible. I was on a demo with some of my mastermind group, and he showed me, his name's Balaji. He showed me a platform that he created called AI Heroes. AI heroes. And literally, I could choose for him the voice, male or female, the accent. Do I want a Caribbean accent? Do I want an American accent? Do I want a European, French, German, African accent of the person who I want to respond to my phone calls? And we did a live demo. I phoned up, I said, "Hi, my name is Claudine," and this robot is speaking to me. "Hi, Claudine, how are you doing?" I'm like, whoa, this is scary. How can I help you today? Yes, I'd like to book an appointment with person. The robot says to me, "When are you available?" I says back to the robot, "I'm available on Tuesday, anytime between 12 and 5. The robot comes back to me and says, "Okay, let me just check Balaji's calendar." Yes, Balaji has a time slot between 1 and 3 on Tuesday, between 1 and 2 on Tuesday. Would that work for you? I'm having a conversation with a robot.
Mhm.
So, what I'm saying to you is we need to get with the program. And that's what AI has the capacity to do. The last thing, number 7, it creates challenges, right? So we're talking about the AI revolution and why it's important and why it matters. But at the same time as it increasing efficiency and productivity and innovation, it also creates challenges that need to address. And I wanted to share this with you before we get into the tools and the tactics that you can address. So whilst there's huge potential, there are ethical challenges and social concerns. So I spoke to you, I shared a real life example of job displacement due to automation. I showed a real life example of how I had a massive team and I've dwindled my team down because of automation. There is bias in algorithms leading to unfair decisions. These are big conversations that big companies are having right now. And when we talk about the bias in the AI algorithms, if you think about the people who are behind the AI and the biases that human beings have and are programming machines, the machine is programmed by an individual and those biases will be translated into that space. So it's important for us to be involved in decision making. It's also big challenges around privacy concerns regarding data collection. How many of you have received emails that you did not subscribe to? How many of you are getting phone calls? Yes, your name appeared on my database. How on earth did my name appear there? It didn't just appear. There are algorithms and there are privacy concerns. And so the big thing that government are looking at now is around regulation and control to prevent the misuse of AI technology. And I want you to be at the cutting edge of this. There's a company, an AI company called 11 Labs. And during the US election, it was said, I don't know how true this is, but it was said that 11 Labs, their technology was used to copy Joe Biden's voice and go into communities on a loudspeaker and tell those communities that you don't need to vote today. You don't need to vote today. Imagine somebody copying your voice and saying that you don't need to do something. Whoa, the very thing that you do want them to do. So, the reason why it's important is because life is changing around us, and I want you to be at the cutting edge of that change. So, the AI revolution is shaping the world at an unprecedented pace. And businesses, people, organizations that embrace AI will thrive, and those who ignore it face the risk of becoming obsolete. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, you're an investor, you're a professional, understanding AI and leveraging it in your industry can open opportunities for growth, innovation, and efficiency. And I want for everyone who comes to the Navigating Life Empowerment class to really take that on board because next week I'm going to be sharing with you well, I shared with you already. I'm going to be sharing with you the 11. I'm going to try and work through 11. I've created 21. I'm going to try and see if I can work through 11 tools that you can use immediately in your work, in your respective areas. So I want you to take a screenshot of this, what I've shared. These are the 7 reasons why I believe the AI revolution is important to you and your work. It increases efficiency. These are all the things that I've just walked through. Increases efficiency and productivity, transforms industries and creates opportunities, enhances decision making, improves personalization and user experience, drives economic growth and innovation, increases accessibility and inclusion, but it also creates challenges that need to be addressed. So I want you to take a screenshot of this. I want you to think about this as you progress through your week. And next week, come ready because we're going to go super turbocharge fast because I want to try and fit in as many tools as we possibly can. Because what I want you to do is then think about how can you use this in your work. Some of them you may already be using, and that's fine. Others you may not be using. But the reason why this is important is because on the following weeks, on the 19th and the 20, let me make sure I got the days right. Yep, on the 19th and the 26th, I'm going to be opening up. I was going to take a break for Easter, but I've decided I'm going to focus on those people who are wanting to become authors. How many of you in the room, in the virtual room, have a book inside you? Amma, we know you've got dissertations and books. How many of you have got a book inside of you, or even a dissertation like Amma, that you want to turn into a book? You've got words, you've got ideas, you've got concepts. Many of you, I shared with you, I think when I released my book 50 Golden Lessons, you purchased that already. The reason why I'm doing it in this order, so we're going to be talking about AI, and then we're going to be moving on to an author's workshop on the last 2 weeks in April. The reason why this is important is because I want to help you get that book out of you. I want for you, rather than having all of your intellectual property sitting on a shelf or sitting in your head, let's take that out of your head, right? Let's make it make you some money, right? Many of you had said to me, Claudine, we want to generate leads. We want to grow our businesses. There are different ways to doing this. And I'm trying to demonstrate to you that the complexities or the different ways, the different routes that you can do that require order. It requires systemization. It requires a structure. Everybody just write the word structure in the chat box for me. Write the word structure. So what I want to do is give you structure. I want to give you a system. I want to show you how strategy works. And it is a process. Write the word process. The reason why I'm asking you to write these words because they are key to your vocabulary. They are key to where you are going. Nothing just happens in a flick like that. There is a process to your growth. There is a process to your productivity. There is a process to innovation. There is a process to your growth. And I want to be part of that journey. I want to hold your hand through that journey. So I know today has been a lot. Whew, it's been a whistle-stop tour. 7 reasons why the AI revolution matters. 7 reasons why it's important for you to get involved. So I'm going to be bringing some of my editors who have helped me with my work. I have 5 books. I'm going to be bringing some of my team. I want you to tap into the expertise. I want you to tap into the opportunities. And that's why collaboration is key for progress. That's why it's key. And one of the things that I really want you to focus on this week, for those of you who can, is focus on your visibility. Let's start there. Focus on your visibility so that when you start launching, when you start launching whatever it is that you're doing, you're launching to a community. You don't want to be launching to one person and then you're going to come back to me, oh, Claudine, it didn't work. Well, you've only told one person. And if that one person is not your ideal client, we need to keep on going. So we're going to be doing a couple of things simultaneously. I know it's tough. Claudine, this is a lot. Do you know I've got to do the school run? I've got all these things to be doing. I know. I want you to be even more focused with your time, even more focused with your attention, even more focused with the outputs that you're looking for. So we've come to the end of today's session. I hope this has been beneficial. I hope your brain is pulsating. Like, Claudine, this is way too much for me. What am I going to do with all this information? But I want you to increase your capacity for more. And the reason I'm sharing these tips, tools, and tactics is so that you can be the best that you can be. I want you to step out of who you are. It's a new season. It's a new quarter. We are stepping into the summer. We are stepping into a new season. We are stepping into a season where you can truly increase your capacity for more, because there are opportunities that need to be leveraged. And in order to leverage those opportunities, you've got to sometimes become a different version of who you are. You have to get around other people whose where your minimum is where your maximum is their minimum. You've got to get around other people where your minimum is their maximum. And this is part of the process. So ladies, I want you to have a phenomenal week. And I look forward to seeing you same time next week, Saturday. If there are any more people that you think should be joining us, you can feel free to share the link. It's a free platform. I do have mentoring services which are paid for, but I'll speak more about that next week. But the main thing that I want for you from today is that you increase your capacity for more. And we're going to be focusing on AI this week and next. Have a fantastic week, ladies, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Claudine.
Thanks,
Bye,
Claudine.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, bye.
See you.
Thanks,
Thank
Claudine.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you, Claudine.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Everyone.